Welcome to Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes. This project was created to share our love and passion for this beautiful part of the country that we are lucky enough to call home. We want to showcase the small businesses, the entrepreneurs, and the beauty that makes the Appalachian Highlands one of the most desirable markets in the nation. But most importantly, we want to introduce you to the people that make this area such a wonderful place to live. So join us as we sell you on our love for the Tri-Cities. Hello and welcome to another episode of Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes. We are lucky enough to have our other co-host, our guest co-host back again, Ms. Gregg Pechmann. Today we're with the cool owner of JCAP, Ariel Photography, Victoria Hensley. Mike is absent today, and we're obviously deeply saddened and missing him very much.
That's a sad moment.
No, thank you very much for joining us today and for allowing us to talk to you about your business, what you guys have built and created, your goals for the future, and really how you guys have built this amazing business in the area. One of the things I love about you guys is that you do such a good job of highlighting other businesses, and you're so in tune with the community, I think, which is huge. But I also love that you guys are a husband-wife duo. Very challenging and fun, I'm sure, at the same time. So we'll talk about all of that, but kind of talk a little bit about how you guys got started, like how this journey even began.
That's kind of like the chicken before the egg, or the egg before the chicken, Mike always says the drone came first. I say, the camera came first. In college, I took a couple semesters of photography, and it was just a hobby. And my dad used to call me a tourist because I took pictures of everything, and that's when it was like film. And developing and all that. So
which is also probably really fun and cool.
Right. Yeah. I just took it to CVS and got it developed.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. It came in the cool, folded. I was so excited to go through all of my pictures. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. And but I did take darkroom in college, and then it transitioned into digital. So that probably tells you how old I am.
7?
Yeah. I started getting more deep into it. Went from DSLR to mirrorless, and then of course he just went from fancy drone to fancy drone to fancy.
He has broken a drone at my listing. I'm very sorry, Mike, if you are watching. I'm very sorry. RIP to drone Poly 47. Is that what you're calling them now?
Listen, there's so many. No, he's actually pretty good about it. He's only broken 3.
Oh, so I was playing to that. I might have been number 3 or 2.
That, if it's the most recent, then yes.
Sorry.
And then one's on a radio tower because they're magnetic, and it flew it to it, and
I did not know that.
Yeah. So you have to be super careful, obviously, where you fly anywhere, because it's part of FAA regulations.
That is something too that I thought was very interesting, because I remember reading a post that Mike actually posted that he has FAA insurance to be able to fly over, something where, something where in airspace,
you have to get permission and things like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is something I would have never thought. Of course, we have insurance for everything, but I would have never thought. But I think that adds value, of course, right?
Well, yeah, and then you have to have your pilot's license, of course.
So is this like a pilot's license specific for just drones, right?
Yeah,
so my brother, Alex, he has a real pilot's license, flies planes, or used to. And sorry, Alex, if you're watching, he got a drone and within 24 hours flew it off a cliff. So he should have gotten a different pilot's license, is what you're telling me.
I think it's just, the license is just for rules and regulations, and making sure that you're following and abiding by those rules. Yeah.
Okay. So I know we got really deep into this pilot's license.
Okay.
But yeah, so back to the story. So you have always done photography. You've loved it since you were little. It's always been something you've been passionate about. You didn't just pick up a camera in your 20s and you're like, oh, this is fun.
I had scrapbooks just full of pictures, and didn't really know what I was doing along the way. And by my senior year in high school, we're at a bonfire, and I just brought all these scrapbooks where I had taken pictures, and I was like, here, take a look. I was never in the yearbook never did anything like that. It's just something that I like to do on the side, like a hobby. So my passion was to sing.
To
To
sing.
sing.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for after hours karaoke after this. How did Johnson City Aerial Photography become to be?
It was Mike. He did the whole name game. I really didn't have a say so in it. So, but it fit, and it fit perfectly. And he eats, lives, and breathes photography. I mean, it's not just the drones, but it's the camera. If we go on vacation, he has to bring like all the equipment. And I love you so much for it, honey. But I am a clock in, clock out. I have a time where I need to shut it off for
A healthy boundary?
Yes, yes. But he enjoys it so much
Yes,
that
it's a passion for him.
yeah,
It's not just
he
work.
loves it all. And he's always educating himself. I mean, I do as well, but just during the day when I'm by myself. So
When you're clocked in.
yeah, when I'm clocked in. So we're very much different, but we work really well together and we balance each other out. And you know, if he's having an issue, I help him, and then vice versa. So we just balance well.
And you do two different things with the photography. Like he does the aerial and
Yeah.
he does a lot of the home sites, and you
Yeah.
do more of the portraits
Yes,
and
people,
the intimate
weddings.
moments
Yeah.
and
Headshots
the headshots
and- yeah.
and
weddings.
All of it.
Yeah.
I say he does anything that doesn't move. And then I do all the things that are living and move. So he does buildings and realty and aerials and events and corporate things.
So how did you guys get so tied into, doing stuff for the community?
It started just asking, hey, can we, take some pictures for you? Can we display them for you? How can we help you out as part of the community, And it just kept building and building. And I think it actually really started with the festivals and starting with Blue Plum. And they took a chance on 2 small town photographers, which I'm super grateful for. The downtown businesses and the just Johnson City in general, they're there to really support small businesses.
Yeah.
So
I know he does a lot of stuff like both the Johnson City Chamber, the Kingsburg Chamber. You guys are both very tied into that, which is great to see. Like if there's like a new ribbon cutting or a new business,
Right.
it's always, I can look to you guys to have it posted and to know a little bit more about it, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Kind of keep up with what's going on in the area and other small businesses and entrepreneurs, which is wonderful.
their voice has definitely grown through, from whenever you first started. Now it's, you can always look on Facebook on what's coming up or what's, but honestly, like you said, you can always look on your actual Facebook page and, oh, well, there's a new restaurant coming in. I didn't even know that was coming in. Or even the history, because he showed us some of the history of some of the buildings.
oh yeah,
And what it looked like back then and what it looks like now, and he highlights that, and I think that that's huge because it's not just about, hey, look at this picture. It's about, hey, learn about this building, learn about where you're actually at.
like where the roots are coming
Right,
from.
and that's
Exactly.
huge.
And you like to do a lot of professional headshots. So I know you personally have done like my professional
Yeah.
headshots, and what are they called? Your like lifestyle
Yes.
photos,
Mhm.
which is great. So if you are a young professional and you want some lifestyle photos, you have a wonderful, fun
Yes.
photographer here who can do some of that, which I love that you can do the headshots and the lifestyle photography.
Yeah.
But you also love weddings and
I love it all. Maternity, weddings, like anything that allows me to encompass a person and go from that super awkward stage to then they're like a supermodel. It's almost like it's about 20 minutes into the session. They're like totally just glamming it up and
relaxed.
totally
and-
relaxed.
Yeah.
And she will catch you if you're not relaxed. I do remember there was a moment because she was shooting our pre-wedding pictures. And whenever she caught me on the stairs, she's like, I just want you to be comfortable. She's
Yeah.
like, I can see it in your face that you're not comfortable. And
She
was like,
smacked you a few times?
Well, I mean,
Just
yeah, I got a little bit beat up, had bruise. It's okay. I got covered perfectly.
Makeup's good.
But I loved how she made me feel so comfortable. And once again, touching on the live shots, you know, it's kind of awkward whenever you're trying to pose because I'm not one of those people that I really liked overly posed pictures.
Yeah.
And there's a few pictures that I know that you got of us whenever we did our mini that, you know, I was laughing. And it was
those are the
so
ones I like.
fun. And you could see the joy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was like, she's like, I got it laughing. She's like, I got it.
Yeah.
And those are the precious moments that you captured. And I think that was.
Well, I think like laughter, even if a baby is crying, that's still a moment. You're gonna look back and be like,
Look how
yeah,
Yeah.
he was crying the whole time, and let me tell you why. So I do explain that to my clients. I'm like, you know, if he or she's crying, then get that moment. Because I remember being little, having pictures where I'm bawling. Do I remember why? No, but it's, you know, my parents.
Still a fun memory, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Or you can just use it as blackmail later. See?
Yeah. Yes, my child knows that. And but like as far as comfortability, coming from a place where I was very cautious about my body, it's very important to me that my clients feel comfortable in their body, in their skin, whether they're 1,200 pounds or 50 pounds, you know.
Right.
The body is really, it's hard to accept at times, you know. And I just want all my clients to love themselves when they're getting photos.
Right. And you can see that. And,
Yeah.
and you notice the pickup lines on those.
Yeah.
So
I do use pickup lines.
You're like, okay, how you.
Yeah. I really have. They work for laughter. So.
They do. We laughed through some of our photo shoot, I think, probably. So is there anything new that you guys have, like you guys are offering, anything that's exciting?
We're still offering the same things. We do have a 360 video photo booth. Took me a long time to decide on it. And I was like, you know what, let's do it. It's not
That is
something
so
we have in the
fun.
area. And I really enjoy watching people on it.
Yeah.
They also go from awkward to, you know,
Living their best.
Zoolander.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's
I
true.
always love seeing them. Like, I would never look like that in a 360. Like, I'd have like a weird look. I have drool coming out my face or something. Yes, would never look like all these wonderful people having so much fun. But I've always wanted to try it.
I'll put it together one day. Right now,
Just for me to come
Let's
and.
do it. We'll
So
do
you
some
can
more
rent.
for
So
them.
people can rent these out for like.
It's hourly. Yeah.
Okay, for like weddings,
Weddings,
events,
yeah.
parties,
Yeah.
corporate events.
Yeah, we've done it for, we did an event, a USA Gymnastics event for the Greenbrier, so we had it there, and that was fun. We've done it for Sweet 16s and corporate events, like 2 proms coming up.
Oh,
wow.
I bet proms would be
Um,
fun.
Proms
So,
would probably be a lot of
Yes,
fun.
Yeah.
absolutely.
We'll see what happens. We'll be like,
Comes
"Yeah,
back in one
360."
piece.
Just
Yeah.
Normally, the 360 booth that I've seen in the areas is about 1 to 3 people that can get on it. Ours can actually, depending on your size, can load up 4 to 6 people.
Oh, now it's a party.
Yes.
I know, right?
It is
All
a party.
right.
I've seen people like swing around like, let's not do It's like, not dirty dancing on the 360.
Oh my god.
They lift up and
That's
swing
actually-
like, yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna stand there and just like move my head just like this.
That's how I was when I first was
Yeah.
at it. I was like, guns.
So just recap real quick all the things, the services that you guys offer, and then what the best way to contact you is.
We offer pretty much anything. And when I say anything, it's if you have a weird idea, we'll implement it. We'll do our best. Or I'll research and implement it. You know, there's no task too small or too large. And, you know, realtors, Mike will get you fixed up. Me, I love my weddings. I know some people might think they're a pain, but I enjoy it thoroughly.
Okay.
You know, maternities, headshots, whatever it is, I'll take care of you. And you can reach us through email, our website. Our email is johnsonCityArielPhotography@gmail.com. Website is www.johnsonCityArielPhotography.com. It's a long business name. And or Facebook, Instagram, call us, text us,
Beep us.
beepers,
Slide into our DMs, whatever
send
you
a
need
pigeon.
to do.
Anyway,
Well, thank you so very much
Yes.
for coming on and talking with us today, talking about like your past and your passions and all the fun things you guys are doing in the community. I appreciate it.
yeah.
We love you very much.
We do.
I'm really sad Mike wasn't here, but we probably had more fun as girls.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. We miss you,
Check me
Mike.
out.
Yeah. And stay tuned next week for another episode of Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes. Ciao!
I was gonna go.
If I start doing this, let me know.
I cussed on our last one, so there's that.
Oopsie.
Just a little,
Sorry.
boop. Just a little boop.
I said, excuse me. If you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur and would like your business highlighted, please call 423-741-2564 or email aubrey.tellerico85@gmail.com. We would love to showcase your business.